I am an employee of a government agency. Last year, I worked hard for a whole year, because the leader promised to give me this year's Employee of the Year award. But at the end of the day, the leader told me that the quota should be given to the new relationship with the family, which even if it is, but also want me to last year's fruits of labor for a whole year in her name, just because I am a contract worker, to be also useless. Text 1 Lynn Shallow Ah. You are temp worker. This Employee of the Year award is useless for you. So the head office decided to give the quota to Amber. However, you also know that she is new, has not produced any results. You just do a favor and put the project you did last year under her name. Steven, my supervisor, with his mouth shut, just gave away the whole year's worth of work I had done last year. I thought, how can people be shameless like that, making robbery sound so grandiose? But back then you and Director Lee agreed that this award would go to me, and I barely rested all last year for this award. I took a deep breath, holding back the anger that was about to erupt, and said, "Don't be angry, I can't help it. Who made you not a full-time employee? You said if you had worked harder in school and got into a good university, wouldn't this have gotten you into our organization?" I was already aggrieved and angry, yet Steven was still bouncing on my minefield. They were colluding internally and exchanging benefits, yet they were still blaming me for not working hard enough. It straight up pissed me off. Oh, so Amber just got in on the test. She's still not relying on a good father. Having a good father is different. You don't even have to work hard. The prize is fed directly to your mouth, I said with a face full of anger, my voice rising higher and higher. After all, I worked hard and looked forward to it all last year, only to have you tell me that I don't deserve the award because I'm a laborer. How come they just realized today that I'm a contract worker? Steven choked on my dislike and got angry too, pulling a long face and looking at me. Right. Who let people have a good birth? If your father can be a director in the district, so can you. All right. Don't be aggravated. And don't blame me. You can't change this matter. The top is just politely informing you. And it's time to give. Amber will still be given. Steven sighed as he looked at my defiant face, and finally helped me think of a way to get the best of both worlds. Tell you what. I'll talk to Amber. What about the award? Give it to her. What about the bonus? Have her send it to you privately. After all, you worked hard all last year. Is that okay? What's done is done, and that's the best way to end it. But I'm still not convinced. Why? We contract workers do the work. The credit these relations receive. Damn. That Amber was still in college last year. People are not even in our company, and got the best Employee of the Year. I should have known that the Employee of the Year award is based on the performance of the previous year's employees. 2 from Steven's office out. I pulled a face. Everyone can see. I am very angry. They also know why. After all, in the office I went into the office half an hour. The company group has been sent the list of awards. Temp workers have a feeling of solidarity. There are a lot of people privately send tweets to comfort me. After all, my efforts last year, everyone saw in the eyes. Now, the internal quota has become the staff who just joined the company in less than 3 months, which can't help but make people a little bit cold. As for the full-time employees, they take it for granted. After all, this award means little to me. At best it is an honor, but to them it is the key to rating. Many people advised me to look on the bright side. After all, that's the way society is. Who let people have connections? I also knew that they were telling the truth, and could only console myself that at least the bonus was mine. But I did not expect. 3 months have passed. I have not seen my bonus. So I gathered my courage and went to find Amber. That Jing, did the supervisor tell you about the bonus? What bonus? I don't know. By the way, Sister Shallow, this you do it. I'm going on a date tonight. Put it on my desk when you're done. Thanks. Amber looked at me with an innocent face and slipped me a job. I didn't know what to say. I wondered if the supervisor hadn't made it clear to her. Point 3. So I had to go back to the supervisor. You haven't gotten it yet. It can't be. The bonus came down a long time ago. Steven was also surprised. Then did you tell Amber about the bonus going to me? Said ah. And she even balked. After all, one does not lack the $8,000. Then when I asked her, she was so confused that she made me embarrassed to ask. I also innocently looked at Steven. This can't be right. You wait. I'll call and ask. Steven made a call and before long, Amber arrived. Supervisor, you asked for me. Amber smiled and pushed open the door, seeing me standing in the office. She immediately understood what was going on and secretly rolled her eyes. Jing ah. Didn't the outstanding employee's bonus come down? Why haven't you sent it to Lynn Shallow yet? Steven opened the door and said. Amber started to play dumb when she saw Steven asking her for the bonus. Ah, sorry. Supervisor, I forget. Amber said with a smile and turned her head to apologize to me. I'm sorry, Sister Shallow. That's Sister Shallow. The money I don't care to spend at all. You see, this paycheck collection time is almost here. Why don't you give it to you when my paycheck is issued? Is that okay? People are so say. I can say what? Can only nod. I told you. Jing, this child is good. Okay. You all go busy. Steven again and a side of mud. And then complimented Amber 2 sentences. Let us go. Point 4. Just out of the office door. I also want to say hello to Amber. Who knows that people as a twist. Left a back to me. I was a bit puzzled. In fact, I don't blame Amber for stealing my award before this. After all, this thing can make the decision is mainly the leader. But I was a little uncomfortable with the way she was acting now. It was like I owed her. I don't have a penchant for sticking my face up people's asses, so I just ignored her. But when payday rolled around, Amber still didn't show. Another week went by and she still didn't show. I was a bit anxious. I wanted to find the supervisor, but I was embarrassed. It's not good to always bother people, so I could only find Amber again. Jing. That 8. Who knows, I only started ahead. Amber angry. Are you annoyed? Only $8,000. Keep looking. Or you have never seen $8,000 in your life? Damn. Poor bastard. Amber cursed too hard to hear. Directly ignited my fire. You damn mouth clean. Point. You owe money, not pay. I cannot find you to ask. Who the hell owes you money? This is the bonus amount the company sent me. On my card. It's mine. That statement literally poked me in the lungs. I stormed out, pointing at Amber and cursing. Yours. The fart is yours. Give it to you to take it or leave it. Are you fucking nice? Give back your bonus. You were in college last year. What did you do to get to this amount of money? Have some face. Okay. Amber probably did not expect. I will be so blunt. Pull down the cloth of shame. Annoyed and angry, glaring at me, shouted. That I do not care. I only know that the money sent to my card is mine. You do not serve. Do not serve to hold it. Who let you? Just a temp worker. I do not know why people can be shameless like this. Angry, I don't know how people can be so shameless. So angry that I want to hit someone. We quarreled with you, too much noise. Co-workers have gathered around. They're eating melon, have to persuade the fight. See, we almost staged all martial arts. Rush to find the supervisor. Steven, understand the causes and consequences. Patiently persuade Amber. Jing ah. At first we agreed. This money to Lynn Shallow. You see, you do not lack of this 8,000. Or not. Steven has not finished. Amber directly interrupted him. The attitude is also extremely arrogant to me, said. Why give her awe? I will not give. You can put me how? Have the ability to go to the police poor, low goods. This life has not seen the money. Staring at the money in other people's pockets all day. After scolding, Amber angrily left, leaving me with an angry face. And a helpless Steven. Steven saw that he couldn't persuade Amber, turned his head to persuade me instead. Lin Xiao, you can see, it's not that I won't help you. I've told her everything. I can't help it if she want. Or else forget it. 3 So. Just forget it. My friend looked at me with a face full of sympathy. Otherwise, temp workers all have no human rights. How to do, all depends on people's conscience. I sighed deeply. It's not that I don't fight. I've tried, fought and resisted. But the arm can't twist the leg. What can I do? It's just impotent rage. After all, this is the reality. My friend patted me on the shoulder and ordered me a cup of milk tea to comfort my aggrieved soul. I persuaded myself to let go of this matter. Steven is right. Amber does not send. We can still press her head to send me money. He told me to look on the bright side. He would make it up to me in the future, and told me not to get on Amber's bad side. What can I do? I could only continue to eat the big cake. I just didn't realize that I had already put it down, but Amber had to find presents in front of me. The next day, Amber announced her bonus down in the office. In order to thank everyone for taking care of her, she bought everyone a cup of Starbucks. Co-workers were originally very happy, cheering and thanking Jingjing for her generosity. My fish hitchhiker, fearing that I would be embarrassed, took a cup for me. He also advised me not to take it for nothing, and to take advantage of it first. However, before I could reach out to take it, it was snatched away by the quick-eat Amber. Why are you bringing this to Sister Shallow? Asa-san is not used to drinking it, Amber said with a serious face. Turned her head and handed me a cup of Dollar Tree drinks. Sister Shallow, this is what I bought for you separately. I see that you're usually quite frugal. You're stingy when you buy something. You shouldn't have drank Starbucks. I'm afraid that your stomach won't be able to get used to such a high-class coffee. So I bought you a separate Dollar Tree drinks that you can drink. You shouldn't mind, right? Amber covered her mouth and said wistfully. The lively office also looked like someone pressed the pause button because of Amber's words. Anyone with eyes could see that Amber was targeting me. I was so angry that I was shaking. After taking a deep breath, I smiled instead of anger and reached out to take the milk tea in her hand. Thanks. After taking it, I threw the milk tea into the trash can in front of her. Sorry. I'm a person who is severely allergic to certain heartless filth. I just can't drink it. Sorry. Puff. One of the girls who was also a temp worker with me couldn't hold back her laughter. And then when she saw everyone looking at her, she hurriedly stifled her laughter. However, this laugh was enough to piss off Amber. She felt that she was being humiliated, pointing at me and cursing arrogantly. Lin Shallow, I gave you face, right? Calling you Sister Shallow. You really think you're a character? Buy you Dollar Tree drinks. Is to look up to you. What are you dragging for? You don't know what you are. You are just a temp worker. You dare to be so arrogant. Believe it or not. Next year I can make you stay in this office. Bitch. Amber angrily walked away. Colleagues have lowered their heads. The original lively office was instantly quiet as a chicken. We all know that Amber did not do the right thing, but she is the relationship. People's father's status over there. It's not stupid to offend a district director's father for a temp worker like me. Therefore, we all kept silent. Point 4 I don't know how Amber went back to talk to her dad. But the next day, Steven talked to me again and asked me to apologize to Amber. I was so angry that I wanted to lift the table on the spot. I'm apologizing to her. Does she deserve it? Is it a matter of deserving or not? The other little girl went back and cried, saying that our unit bullied the newcomers. What do you want me to do? Lin Qian, I know you're aggrieved. But you're just a temp worker. Understand, if this continues, the unit may not sign a contract with you next year. Stephen was both soft and hard. In short, he wanted me to go apologize to Amber and save the little girl's face. I don't want this job. I don't want it. I don't want this job. It's just a temp worker. I'm not working anywhere. Why do I have to take this kind of trouble? But I can't leave in such a lousy way. Since I'm quitting, then I will do a big job before I leave. Okay. Apologize. I'll do it. Stephen smiled when he saw that I finally stopped being stubborn. Is that right? What are you bothering with a little girl for? Know what you're doing. However, you give me a little time. I'll build it up in my mind. How about this? Doesn't district director happen to want our company in a few days? Wouldn't it be more dignified for me to apologize to his daughter in front of him then? Stephen thought about it. Also think it makes sense. So he agreed. I waited and waited. And finally waited until Amber's father Harrison came to our company. Coincidentally, the big leader of the district also came that day, accompanied by staff from the Publicity and Development Department. So I volunteered to prepare refreshments for the leaders. I prepared Dollar Tree drinks for all the leaders, but only prepared Starbucks for Amber's dad, and Harrison's Starbucks stood out among the leaders. And even more conspicuous were my next words. You are Director Huang, right? I'm sorry for offending your daughter the other day. I shouldn't have skipped the Dollar Tree drinks she bought for me. Even though she bought Starbucks for everyone and Dollar Tree drinks for me, it's always a good idea to buy, and I have to appreciate the favor, don't I? This is not heard that you are coming. I hurry to buy you a cup of Starbucks. Your daughter said, you noble people, usually used to drink Starbucks. Although this temp worker does not cooperate with Starbucks, but am still willing to buy for you. Sorry. Please say sorry to your daughter on my behalf. Shouldn't not drink the Dollar Tree drinks she bought then. It's that you see that I bought all the Starbucks for you. You don't have to be generalized with this temp worker. I really need this job. Please don't, I really need this job. Please don't let the company and terminate the contract. Next time. The project I do is still the same, hanging your daughter's name. Do you think it's okay? Or I will kneel down for you. I put on a humble face and said. After I finished, I also want to give Harrison grovel. This time, not to mention Harrison's scared face white. The district leader is also scared to slap the table. Hurry up and help people up. Damn. 21st century. When the official also let subordinates grovel. They are too long for their own life. On the spot. The entire conference room chickens flew. Stephen is also going crazy. Who could have thought that I would make such a mess? So scared that his voice shouted splits. Lin Shallow. Have something to say. Say it properly. 5. I thought that after I made such a big mess, the top should give me an explanation. However, I wait for many days. Everyone seems to forget about this matter. Colleagues in the unit see me, but also want to talk. Occasionally I can hear them get together. Crickets I sound. They say I'm stupid. Not so dry by the leadership to bear a grudge. Leaders do not like my kind of employees. Maybe the day was put backstabbed. It's just a labor dispatch. What's the point of insisting? There are many people in the office who say anything. Their intentionally or unintentionally measuring eyes make me extremely uncomfortable. I can only comfort myself, and then tolerate people, and wait for the results before resigning. However, the matter seemed to have dropped like a stone. And even Stephen turned his head directly when he saw me. Not long after, the leadership of the unit does not need so many people for the reason that the transfer to the community as grassroots workers. Because many grassroots workers in the community are also labor dispatch. The formal organization is very rigid. Basically, do not give the establishment. However, the salary of community outreach staff is much lower than that of government agencies. For example, if I work for a government agency, I can barely earn $100,000 a year plus bonuses. If I go to a community outreach worker, my salary will be $3,000 per month, and I won't get any benefits. This thing is a disguised target, but in their eyes, this is already a gift to me. I have tried to fight for you. You also know, you engage in so much. The leadership is also afraid that you stabbed what basket, and now can help you find such a place. You should be grateful. Okay. So you and Amber also do not contact. Just like this. Do not make a mess. And then make a mess is useless. Arm twisting cannot big leg. I was full of anger. My heart was filled with resentment towards the injustice of this society. I secretly swore that I would take a formal program. Who would have thought that this transfer of mine would be a direct blessing in disguise? 6 Amber even sent a message to provoke me after she knew that I had been transferred to the community. Coward sister. Aren't you a bully? How to be transferred to the community did not say anything. Have a little ambition. You refuse. Stupid. Really think you can fight us? Stupid. The world of people like us is something you can never imagine in your life. Are you particularly regretful? Why don't you kneel down and apologize to me? They'll talk to the leaders. Maybe you can come back. Amber sends me messages almost every once in a while to scold me or go under my social media to comment on my life. If I post a friend's circle, she's underneath it in a shady way. Drink a milk tea and she has an opinion. Yo, you're drinking Gu Ming. Looks like you've upgraded your life from Dollar Tree drinks. At first I was angry, but then I thought, this is not in her way. So I just ignore her. Let her like a psycho in my social account under the yin and yang. She harassed me for a while, but after realizing that I really don't care about her, she didn't find it interesting anymore and didn't harass me anymore. I'm preparing for my exams and working in the community at the same time. It's true what Steven said. Community work is tedious, busy when it's busy, but really free when it's free. I had more time to read than before. I had been working in the community for a while when a field supervisor was suddenly appointed by the community council. And I was told that she was also related to the community. Because of Amber, I am especially sensitive to related people. When I heard that it was a related person, I subconsciously thought that it was another straw man. My coworkers asked me if I wanted to go to the leader's office to recognize his face, but I told them that I was not interested. I said that I was not interested, but that they were not interested in us temp workers anyway, but I did not expect that the leader would remember the names of every staff member in our community. One time, during a meeting, he directly named me and asked me to be responsible for writing a copy. I was shocked. I thought that someone had asked him to take care of me. As a result, people did not target me at all, and I thought that if I was targeted, I must be tough to the end this time. I waited for a period of time with fear and trembling, and was relieved to find that there was no such thing. 7 Then I realized that the leader of this relationship, and other leaders are really different. He's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve. He's only been here a short time. And he knows this community's basic data by heart. Once he asked me to write materials, to be a little urgent. I fooled him. After all, the previous leaders simply do not read. Every time only pretend to pick some punctuation for us to change. Occasionally even punctuation cannot pick out when they will say, not right, although I cannot say where it is not right, but the feeling is not right, and then go back to change it. Damn, these idiots. I was sure he was the same as those people, so I had the peace of mind to fool him. After all, it wouldn't be over and over again. Just change it when he nitpicked it. I did not expect people to point out on the spot. My material in the error scared me back sweat out. From then on, I didn't dare to fool him. This is a competent relationship. I have heard that he is the son of a big man, the top relationship, and is not a straw bag. The reason why he came to this birdship place as a field supervisor is to brush the curriculum vitae of the Amber kind of relationship in front of him as a child's play. No wonder our city leaders were so polite to him that day. I don't dare to be a demon in front of this kind of capable and connected leader. In July, when I was waiting for the results of the civil service interview, a big event happened in our district. Our area has a lake, very large. Due to continuous heavy rainfall, the lake water surged. We staff lined up a shift, take turns in the dam to see the lake. A look at the lake is not right. We have to immediately notify the next few neighborhoods, villages and towns to move. That period of time is really particularly miserable. Our leadership is also, and we eat and live together. Revolutionary friendship is so in those days of flood relief in the knot. Day by day, each person only sleep 3 or 4 hours. Men as livestock to call, women as men are to call. I was the only woman in there, and I felt that my legs were not mine and my throat was burning hot in those days. The head is heavy, but I dare not fall down. There is an inexplicable sense of responsibility to support me and these grassroots workers. But spare me the trouble, there was still a pipe surge, and the dike that surrounded the lake broke right through. This leader is really quite courageous, personally ran to the front line to command, and we are his soldiers, but also do not dare to put a fart. Full cooperation. 8 A year later, the post-disaster reconstruction work is finally completed. This relationship with the household leadership also brushed the resume to go, and I have also examined the official editor. Yes. I didn't pass the interview the year of flood relief, but I got in the next year. I thought that was the best news of the year for me. However, my leader who was transferring away had even better news for me. He said he was working in another province and asked me if I would like to be transferred to work on his side. He felt that I was a good soldier, with character, ability, but also do not tend to influence. It happens to be that he needs such his own people. Under the comprehensive consideration, he gave me a phone call. He said that as long as I agree, he will solve the problem of formalities. Do not need me to worry. Who understands this gold? I agreed without saying a word. Since then, I followed this leader to mix, upgrade faster than others. Find a boyfriend, also others on the grade. The same period of time to get into the civil service classmates, to date, or grassroots workers, and I have been in the provincial government leadership side of the work. Simply gaga incense to some extent. I am also considered to have reached the pinnacle of life. Just when I thought my life would be smooth, I was again pitched by Amber. 9 Amber was a teenager. Her classmates were still struggling to find a job, and for the sake of the grandchildren, this person threw his father's relationship into the best local government agency as a full-time employee. High wages, and less work, but also from time to time the credit falls on me. The company's business is a very good one. Her life was very smooth, and this smooth life made her very proud. So she often bragged about her life in front of her classmates and friends. She was flattered by her classmates and her friends, which made her more and more proud. Gradually she was no longer satisfied with being held up by familiar people. She wanted to let everyone know that she had a good life. As the saying goes, if you don't return to your hometown, it's like traveling at night in brocade. She is going to want to let everyone know that she has been particularly pleased every time someone envies her, but cannot do away with her like. She is particularly cool. Therefore, she often published some strange comments on the internet. Think China is too many people, more deaths of civilians, like foreign countries would be good. To save those assholes every day on the internet hate the rich. Also openly flaunted that her degree was bought. In fact, she only has a secondary school education. Mocking the uselessness of education. Mocking college students cannot find a job. What education is a knock on the door? That's for you farts. For us people, education is nothing. If you want a good job, you have to have a good father. A good education is useless. You still can't find a job. I sometimes see that kind of post-00 rectify the workplace or something. I want to laugh. You guys can't even get into the workplace. Still rectify what? Don't be funny. Wouldn't it be nice to be good and be the next best thing? The kind of gloating on Amber's face when she said this in the video left those who swiped to the video with a sense of frustration that they couldn't get their hands on the screen. Yet none of these videos went viral, and what went viral was a video of her trolling me. I used to have a stupid coworker, is a temp worker, in order to keep the job, but also to the leadership grovel. You really don't say. These grovel really very useful. This kneeling, she is now into the system. I suggest that you learn, when the real kneeling family, really especially good, suggests that there is no work of 985. 211. You can learn from this kind of her. Shameless spirit. 10. She thought I was not in my hometown. Could not brush the video. There is no way to clarify. So blatantly in the video rumor. That said, I don't know if it was my bad luck or Amber's. This video she posted caught fire. The number of views broke 1,050,000 comments, and a large number of netizens went to the bottom of her video to ask, who is this kneeler? There were also people who questioned what she said and suspected that she was spreading rumors. How could there really be someone who could get an official establishment just by kneeling? Originally, things could be salvaged by this point, but as a result, this one, after being questioned by a large number of people, is not resting on her laurels, and may smooth out her life and paralyze her nerves. She actually also directly burst out my name, Unit, bluntly said that I am through the kneeling family, to obtain the official establishment. As a result, the netizens to check. There really is such a person as me. It must not be. A large number of people began to doubt the gold content of the civil service examination. The hot search blew up. Words besides me. There is also Amber's. Amber's strange remarks were raked over the coals. Netizens have been playing stunt on social media, claiming to be a kneeler, willing to grovel, begging Missy to give a job in the system. Great. So grovel can lick a job in the system. Said earlier. Then I still read what where is Missy? I'm going to kneel in front of your house right now. I'm willing to be a kneeler too. Give me an address and fly over right away. There's me. There's me. I'm happy to be a grandson. Everyone take me one. You don't say. You really don't say. Missy is really a secondary school graduate. That is to say, how to get into the state-owned units of the secondary school. It is true that we are not worthy of awe. I didn't hear people say that the amniotic fluid is not the same. Oops. Think about my hard work for 12 years is a joke. Netizens group feelings. Have said to go to the door of the Nanshan district government on their knees. Just beg to give a job in the system. Not to mention, there are really netizens ran to the government door live. Things made a big fuss. The provincial government was aware of it, and the document came down, asking the district government to resolve the matter immediately. 11 By this time, Amber was finally scared, and she deleted the video. However, it was already too late. The amount of video retweets reached an alarming level, and a large number of factual details were dug out by netizens. Seeing that things were about to get out of control, Amber planned to bring the trouble to my side by drawing the netizens' curses to my side. Attempting to get the netizens to line up against me. The kneeler. What's the use of you guys scolding me? At best I'm just faking my education. This Lynn Shallow is much worse than me. It's her who opened a bad mouth. By licking the leader, kneeling the leader, directly kneeling into the system. Why don't you guys go and scold her? She can be a lot more bullish than me right now. I'm just a career programmer, but other people are governing official position. Amber knows that I am in the provincial government leader side. This thing her father said. She has always thought that I have a good life. And can't stand the fact that I'm so lucky to have met a provincial leader. In her view of right and wrong, I should have become a puddle of shit after I was transferred so she could flaunt her power in front of me. But I overtook her, which made her very upset. So she planned to pull me down. And I did suffer. I was suspended from work to be investigated. Amber was especially pleased after she saw my suspension on the internet. She even found out my WeChat and mocked me. So what if you just get to the point where you're admitted to the establishment? You have relations, so what? I can still screw you if I want to. Inferior people like you should live in the mud. What makes you live better than me? Go to hell. I looked at the tweets and was speechless. I don't know what life has done to her. A person can actually be brainless like this. I silently took a screenshot of the WeChat and sent it to the investigation team, and they were all speechless. 12 Amber's father knew that I wasn't what I used to be, and learned that his daughter had privately provoked me and slapped her. Amber had never suffered this kind of aggravation before, and began to post it all over the internet again. Bitch. How dare you go after my dad? Aren't you just having an affair with the leader? By sleeping around to get it? You're no better than me. One moment the kneeling family, the other the sleeping family. Netizens also feel that something is not right. Many Big God netizens deep dug into the details and found the news of the original flood relief. And found that Amber said I licked the leader when I was in flood relief. Found that Amber said that when I got the official editor through the Kneeling Clan, there were my test scores on the government bulletin board. And they also picked up on the fact that it took 2 years for me to make it to the top of the exams. That doesn't square with what Amber said at all. This caused some panic among the netizens who started to give their accounts to the provincial government and it. If you really are a kneeler, and you can still take the exam for 2 years, how can you look at it as a bitter family? And I was in order to go ashore. In addition to the civil service, the career program also test, the government network are all I left the way to come. When public opinion became more and more intense, my former colleagues also came forward to be interviewed. Restore the truth. And there are videos with the truth. In the video, the sound of me ordering Dollar Tree drinks for the leader, Starbucks for Amber's dad, and apologizing to Amber's dad in a conspiratorial manner, made netizens hold their breath. So this is the truth about the kneelers, laughing to death, still have the nerve to rumor about people, robbed people's credits, coveted people's 8,000 bonuses, turned around and bought Dollar Tree drinks to insult people, on this still have the nerve to post videos connoting people, dumbass, a mouthful of assholes, inferior people. Are you something very noble? On our side, only beasts discuss pedigree. Poor Missy. Time has changed and she has to be dragged out and flogged. Unlucky. If Miss Sister is really a sleeper, damn it. She can still be insulted by you with Dollar Tree drinks. Netizens are sober-minded. One by one, cursing without dirty words. Amber's classmates' qualified friends have also come forward to hammer her. He damned. I've been sick of her for a long time. I have to put up with her eyes growing on the ceiling every year at the reunion. Finally someone hammered her. What a psycho. Arrogant as hell on the basis of having a good father. Say. No one hammered. How in the world she entered the state-owned enterprises? Secondary school education. This kind of education can only go into do cleaning it. Right. Don't distort the building. Come out and respond. 13 netizens pick out the details. The investigation team also gave me a fair. My examination results that year were reasonable and legitimate, and the job transfer was reasonable and legitimate. And there is no such thing as a kneeling family. Below the blue-white letter announcement, there is also a thoughtful screenshot of my exam results that year. On the other hand, almost at the same time, the leadership of my former company also urgently issued an announcement. In the announcement, it refused to recognize Amber as a formal employee, but a temp worker, and that year belonged to the company's system entry error, and it would reasonably recover the excess salary Amber got in these years, and dismiss her. Although this reason is very far-fetched, but inexplicably poked the netizens' laughing point. Netizens laughed and said, "Let you crazy, this is good. Full-time employee into temp worker. How to do? You become your own look down on temp worker, this is good. You also lower class people. Secondary school students, do you think education is important? Everyone. Don't be like this. People still have a good father. Oh yeah, there's a dad. Who's her dad? No one picks up on her superhuman dad." Netizens also wanted to pick up on Amber's dad. Unexpectedly, Amber's dad fell into the net. The Central Commission for Discipline Inspection, CCDI, sent out news that he was taken away on the spot at a meeting. Netizens called out that it was so cool, and it's true that the news is just cool when you read it together in a row. It's over. Dad also fell into the net. What to do, Missy? Why don't you go and kneel one? I heard that the proceeds of the confiscated property. Wahahaha. Wahahaha. Oh. Wahahaha. Wahahaha. Netizens were having a blast building up a group in Amber's comment section. Oh. Amber knew nothing about it because their family was really copied. The family and job she was so proud of were all gone. 14 Many years later, I saw Amber in front of a hotel when I was inspecting the countryside with my leader. She was bloated, holding a child on her chest, carrying a child behind her back, and holding a child in her hand. 15 She cursed as she walked away. As she walked, she cursed. They'll let you skip school if you don't study hard. How will you find a good job in the future? It's hard to imagine that this woman who teaches her children to study well had vigorously mocked the theory of the uselessness of education on the internet in the past. Rightly so. If she had a degree in the first place, perhaps she would not have been expelled so easily, or at least would have received a corresponding compensation. After all, the same thing relations. Someone is also reasonable and legitimate through the examination in. Although netizens laughed. For a stack of vinegar wrapped a meal of dumplings. But people at least education also have awe. Amber neither talent, nor virtue, usually have arrogant and domineering. Natural rubber crowd pushed. Looking at her far away back, I smiled.